Hey guys, it's Lucid. Welcome back. I've got another episode of Bumble Rumble for you guys. We've got turn 60 and 61, which I'm going to try to do in this one. I'm re-recording this. I had already recorded it when it was my current, when turn 61 was my current turn. But apparently my microphone didn't work. So, God willing, it works this time. Okay, so I mentioned at the end of last turn I was going to try to trade more gems. I traded Earth gems for Astral to Agartha. And again, these are just gems that, Earth gems are far more valuable than Pearls to Agartha. So, anyway, that's what's going on there. We cast Auspex. A Dire Portent from TNG. This looks like Gift of Health. So TNG put up Gift of Health. That's kind of a kick in the nuts. And that gets rid of a lot of the problems of being human. And I think he also has Old Age Dude, so he's probably really digging that. Kind of 2 for 1. We could potentially fight him for that, and we do have Death Magic, so we could potentially go into Tart's late game, which is not a bad idea at all. But I don't think we're going to. We have enough to fight over right now. We cast Contact Naiad, so there's that. And then there's a lot going on this turn. So we just got a ton of stuff happening, but Mr. Hands is ambushing someone. Right here. So these are just some heavy cav, which are going to get a bunch of tentacles all over them in ways they don't want. Looks like they managed to get profuse bleeding, which normally is really bad, because it gets their fatigue really high. But Honey Badger don't give a fuck. Well, he might actually. That's kind of bad. All that profuse bleeding. Anyway, okay, so we killed a fair amount of heavy cav, and these guys I think are what, 30 gold each? So that's like 300, or that's like 400 something gold? 450? Especially since some of them probably died in the retreat. Coming down here. We sent in a Lich. If you recall, because we were anticipating fighting PD. Well, Skelly spam with one dude is not very good against heavy cav, especially lots of heavy cav. So here they come. Whoops. Yeah, okay, he got murdered. He had invulnerability on, which gave him like a fighting chance. Let's go just check that again. I want to see the damage rolls. We'll turn on the... Yeah, I'm getting really high protection rolls. You can see right here. Oh, wait, Lich hit... Yeah, we got really high protection rolls. Anyway, that's that. So the Lich will respawn, but unfortunately the gear on him, I think, is mostly gone. Okay. So this is, I believe, a battle on top of Pangaea. And we knew this was coming. We knew it was going to be about exactly this. The goal is that... is that Acid Storm kills all of them. We've got a few things going up. We should have mass regen, so you can see regen ticking. And we do have life after death also, so it's kind of hard to tell because they kind of look the same, but these are long dead, or soulless Atlanteans. It's one of those things I love about Dominions, the flavor they put into this, you know, with having soulless of of each kind. And this is all PD up here, so I don't really care about it. I think I had an acid rain come down. Now, potentially I should have had other mages patrolling. Having a couple mages drop Falling Frost here would be, really huge. Because these guys do not have cold resistance. Okay, and then some of the Mobarks are making it towards the back. Oh, there was actually a brigade that got back here. I kind of didn't have the camera on it, but they mostly got beat up. So it looks like the Mobarks are going to survive all this, and they're just pushing their way through. The Lich summoned some undead, but he's, I think, fatigued out. He does have a Ring of Returning, so he'll zap home. And then we cast Acid Rain somewhere, but it doesn't look like that did the magic. So I really thought this would go better. This isn't going great, and I think what this means, because this was basically everything. This was Acid Storm, Life After Death, Mass Regen. Oh, that's not a good example. Yeah. They have Dark Vision, too. Now, this person is going to die. Askuth, the King of the Deep. Now, if I Phoenix Pirate him, that would be kind of cool, and then gave him Reinvigoration Gear or something. Alas, we didn't. Okay, so not great. Now, I don't think all of them got blessed. So, Foul Vapors there might have really turned that for me. There are a few things I could have done more Falling Frost, and I could have done more Foul Vapors. But as it stands, we killed about half of them, because there were a lot. Now, I mean, A, he's limited in how many of these he can recruit, and B, they're expensive. So this is, almost 3k gold in terms of how much it cost. So that's a lot. On my side, we lost a lot too, though. We lost about 1,000 gold in PD, probably, and then we lost about 1,000 gold, I think, in mages. A lot of these guys got sent home. We also lost some gems worth of stuff. So this is kind of, I wanted this to go better. I expected it to go better, but it didn't go that badly. I mean, this is going to hurt him a lot. So, okay, Battle in Pangaea went okay, but not great. Coming down here, we've got Mr. Thug running in, and this should be easy for him. So the Water Elemental's out in front, he's running in behind. Okay, the militia are about to rout. Anyway, I think this is a successful raiding. Okay. We successfully raid. We had attacked here in the Green Sea. Okay, so this I did not expect. You remember if you remember from last episode, we are attacking one of their thrones, which is underwater. And we did not expect they had hardly anything in here. And it appears that they are bringing what all they have to fight me. Sorry, I'm tired. But, yeah, so I guess they didn't want to fight behind a fort wall where they could potentially get all jammed up. They just want to kind of run in here and kill everything, which I think makes sense. This might be a good call. But the thing is, I don't think all these... Okay, they appear to all be blessed. There's not much coming up. We've got Shark Attack and Friendly Currents. Those are both mine. So what that's going to do is give them increased encumbrance. And it's going to give my guys less encumbrance. Unfortunately, though... Yeah. They're going to tear up my Shamblers. It's basically what's going to happen. Okay, now I've got a Home Slice over here, and he buffed up Lyra Dawnbringer, who's going to run into combat and hopefully kill a bunch of shit. But this Fluffer here is not going to make it. But we're summoning I'll turn colored tiles on. Light blue is Zeus. We're summoning a bunch of water elementals, as you can see, but they're all going to come over here and attack these Movarks. Meanwhile, over here, we have a bunch of his water elementals plus his Movarks just laying into my Shamblers. But my Sharks from Shark Attack are coming in, and they are doing very good work. Meanwhile, Lyra Dawnbringer jumping in the back. Oh, shit. Okay, she just got lit up. I don't even know what that was. I think it was Frozen Heart, maybe? No, she's really cold resistant. What was it? Earth Grip again? Shit. Lightning Bolt. Ouch. Yeah, so rest in peace, Lyra. You have taken 2 capitals for me, and I'd say you've done enough. I believe you have the heroic trait, so it's possible that we could bring you back with Ritual of Rebirth. It's possibly fitting. Altogether proper. I'll have to check that. I'll check that coming up, and then not this episode, but next one, because this isn't my current... Basically, if I do 2 turns here, it's still not going to be my current. Okay, so they have officially chopped their way through all of my sacreds. Okay, but what happened, so you saw this wave of elementals come in. You remember they had a bunch of dudes back here? Well, they all got killed by water elementals, and then that wave of water elementals is running in. And all that HP on the field from my water elementals is going to keep them from routing. And you don't want to be a Movark Knight. They have really high defense, but versus the attack density here of these guys, eventually they're going to get hit. Like you see a 5 harass penalty. Okay, now this is an artifact. Helmet of Protection, which gives you Awe and Eye Vengeance, which is pretty sick. And then they've got a Dawnfang, which is pretty sick. So they're in trouble. The normal kind of run-of-the-mill Movarks are also kind of in trouble. They really do a good job not getting harassed. I'm not sure exactly why. I wonder if they're repelling a lot. Well, they can't repel, because my guys don't have... They're really high morale. Okay, now do we get all the mages? Oh, we're gonna get a lot of them. Okay, we got some. Okay, so that was the battle in the Green Sea. So he kind of came out, trumpets ablazing. Now, it looks like a pretty dramatic victory for me, but I lost a shit ton of guys. So I lost 40 of these guys, which are 40 gold apiece, so that's 1,600, and then we lost 50 of these guys, who are 25 gold apiece, so that's like... I don't know. Whoops. What is that? It's like 1,000? Is that 1,000 gold? Probably. Yeah. So that, I mean, that's like 2,000 something, 2,600, and then with my dudes I lost, that gets me pretty close to 3,000. Now, I mean, he lost more, because these guys are more, so that's like, you know, this line item here is pretty close to 3,000, and then all the mages he lost like 600, and then these guys were like another 1,000, and this guy, yeah. I mean, this like 6k army almost. So they got crushed, and then we have a battle here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the fortress battle here, where we had one guy, one of our mages who stayed behind to cast water elementals. Yeah. He's gonna come here and do his thing, which is summon a bunch of water elementals, which, look man, that's all it's gonna take. Ain't nobody home. Okay. Wrecked. And then we have it on the woodlands where we're just killing some indies. Okay. I think we might have lost one guy. No, didn't lose anything. So, okay, we have, importantly, we've taken more infrastructure. We also got an event, which gave us money, gems, and a Crown of the Magi. This is actually a really good item. We can make use of that for sure. Okay, so that's basically what happened. I'll kind of summarize again on the map. This is where we had the big battle for the Green Sea. So this throne is now ours, and it's the Throne of Fortune. So we're going to get additionally 2 pearls, which is really nice. Luck we can't really benefit from, but we definitely will like the Dominion push. So we're going to go ahead and claim this throne. We're going to cast the Voice of Tiamat on it, and I think this guy here is going to cast Dark Knowledge here too. But yeah, that's basically it. Now, Waywinkle here is going to come back home. I'm a little worried about him getting attacked. We did happen to get a Helmet of Perfection. So we're going to put that on our nearest Astral King of the Deep. And we've had to kit him. If you don't do a head slot for this guy with a Starshine Skullcap, you have to do the much more expensive Crystal Coin. So we're going to do that and drop him right here on top of these Heavy Cav. Because, now our MR is going to be potentially a problem, but he's not really going to get hit very much. Because with Awe, these guys only have like 12 morale, so Awe's going to block a ton of this. And then in addition, while it's blocking it, Eye Vengeance is going to do its thing. And then if they can't land a few hits very quickly, yeah, they're going to freeze with Breath of Winter. And then we have super high protection, so if they do get a hit through, it's very likely not going to do any damage. So I'm feeling pretty okay dropping him on top of all these knights. And I know I've said that before, and then it's kind of bit me in the ass, but we'll do it. No point having items sitting around if you're not using them. And these knights are, they're expensive. This is like a big bundle of gold out here that we can try to kill. Okay. So that's kind of what's happening over in this theater. Now, the problem, of course, was in this battle we lost a ton of our dudes. And that was all our sieging power. So our siege strength here is only 100, which is not really enough to lay... I don't want to sit on top of this for that many turns. So we need to get a bunch of dudes back here. So we've got a fair amount here. We've got a bunch here in Pelagia. So we're going to start pulling everybody this way. Now, Pelagia is actually going to come down here, where we lost this battle on top of Pangaea, but, it was a Pyrrhic victory a little bit. For yes. So... anyway, we're going to be bringing in a bunch of people. We're going to pull them probably into this fort, and then from there we will drive them off of Pangaea. I've got a devious plan, though. So my devious plan is twofold. One, basically I need to get my Dominion here. My Dominion, again, is super important. So preaching, we already have a temple. Once I preach my Dominion up here, I'm going to have options. Either I can send in Mr. Hands to kill them. And I like that option a lot. The danger is he's bringing in, obviously, a shit ton of Kurnow Druids. And, yeah. So the problem with Kurnow Druids is they can potentially magic duel me. They can also do meteors and soul slay. There's a bunch of nasty things they can do, which will eventually kill my god. Now, we could empower him in fire eventually, and we don't have to worry about some of that, because we can just Phoenix Pyre our way through it. I don't know if I want to do that, and I don't think we need to. If I get my Dominion here, though, I can do Murdering Gwynter, which I'm pretty freaking stoked about. So that's probably the best way to handle a high mage density army. So that's what we'll be doing. So anyway, we're going to sneak Mr. Hands back, because in theory, Yus has artifacts. He could send in some thug specially kitted to cut off all my Kraken's arms and kill him. So we are going to have Mr. Hands take a leave, and this is why he's such a good super combatant. I mean, you can get other guys who are tough, but he has a ton of item slots, so I can deal with like resistances and things like that. But it's really being astral and stealthy. Being able to sneak out is really important for being able to dodge counterattacks after you launch your own. So he's going to be piecing out. Now, so this army is probably going to come reinforce this one, because he knows I can mind hunt it, because I've been doing it, and we're going to continue doing it. This guy's going to be mind hunting Pangaea 109, and hopefully we kill one of these two guys, neither of which are astral. What I expect he's going to do is like pull these guys off and merge these armies. It would be fun if I could potentially get the army trapped here with mind hunt. That would be nice. But anyway, because this army's moving here and here, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and just put these guys right here on top of this fort, start sieging it down. It's 500 wall integrity, which is kind of a lot, but such is life. Anyway, we've got a much bigger army coming through here. So I'm basically bringing in the reinforcements. What else? I'm moving in also one of my Ivy Kings, and he's set up with the Ring of Returning, basically just to drop mass protection on top of this group, so that if it gets hit, we can kind of kill a bunch of stuff with Acid Storm. But you know, I'm getting less excited about this, because Acid Storm did not do as well here as I'd hoped. And I think I had done in this battle, I think I had done, I think I did Quagmire. Yeah, we cast Quagmire and Acid Storm. Still. It may be I need to really do Grip of Winter. I think that's kind of what it is. I think Grip of Winter, especially if I get friendly Dominion, is going to make a big deal. So getting my Dominion in here, getting it cold, doing Frostfend and Grip of Winter, it's going to make a big difference. Yeah. Okay, what else? So, yeah, that's basically it. We're pulling people in this way. We are building up an army here. We're blood hunting here, because you can see we did our blood empowerment to this Amazon. Now, instead of just kind of getting up to 50 again and empowering somebody else, we're going to go ahead and make a number of blood boosters. We're going to be making a blood thorn, which you can see right here, for 15, and then we're going to be coming over here and making the Armor of Twisting Thorns. And yeah, that's going to help us blood hunt better, amongst other things. We're going to have to climb blood anyway, so it's nice to go ahead and make some of the boosters. We'll be doing that, I think you'll see next turn, but for now we're just blood hunting. We've made a Sanguine Dowsing Rod. I think that's about it. Now, in terms of research, we are 2 turns away from Enchantment 9, which, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have enough pearls, because our income is only 20. And have we site searched everything, Astral? Just about. Just about. I mean, there's some things I haven't. You know, like this probably could do. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, our income isn't perfect, but you know, we do what we can. I make sure I'm site searching Holy in case I find any of those ancient temples. I probably have missed a couple. I bet you there's 2 in here that I haven't gotten. But anyway, I think to cast this, you know, I mean, so here's the thing. Like, all the global slots are full, which means I'm potentially going to have to bump against one of these. Now, like, I've overcast Maelstrom by a shit ton. Stellar Focus has not been taken yet. Mother Oak has been contested, so I don't know how much he cast it for, but a fair amount. And then these probably don't have the base put in. He's probably put a fair amount into them. So if I bump into them, I want to have a ton of gems. And I also don't want people to be able to dispel it. So with that, I really need, I think, 500 to cast it. And I'm just not anywhere close to that yet. It's going to be a long time. If I alchemize everything, we might get there very soon. But I really don't want to alchemize water, because water I'm going to need to steal Celestial Rainbow. And I want to steal it soon. I don't want him to have it up too much longer. Okay, so that's basically it for this turn. I think we'll go ahead and do next turn. You know, we might do next turn another episode. So, anyway, thanks guys. See ya.